Good day all, welcome to our other channel. Well, we're building, as I said, the income property for someone. At the present moment, as I say, that this person decided to build the house in two halves. So one half is being completed whilst the second half has not, we have not done anything yet. So let me just give you how it looks like right now. This is the section that has not yet been built, which will be built in due time. But at the same time, the other half has already been constructed. And the last time I showed you this video, we were waiting for roofing. So the client has now been able to give us, has actually, we have now roofed for the client. The client has put, so far we have put corrugated sheet. This corrugated sheet that we've put is actually quite a very strong gauge, not the normal very slim one, because what he's trying to do is also trying to cut costs, as this is more of an income property thing that he's doing. There are things that he wants to cut costs on, and we will try as much as possible to help them achieve those, cutting those costs, by providing them with the materials that are needed. So beam filling has been completed all the way until the roof for these ones, but there are certain things that we still need to add, especially for the timber here. I believe that there's some brackets that we need to put on top here, some hinge brackets, so that when the timber gets to a point where it's now fully, because right now this timber that we got was actually wet, so the timber that we're looking for is once it gets dry, it will twist a bit, but we want it not to twist, so that it forces the roofing, the IBR sheets to move. We don't want the IBR sheets to move. So that is one thing that we have been doing. Another thing that has actually been working on right now has been the person who's been actually working the past few days, has been the electrician. So the electrician has come through. He has put in the socket positioning for these 4 rooms that we are talking about, that we are trying to complete. So by me showing you this one room, it's more like me showing you all of them. But the difference is that where you see this junction box here, this junction box works for this room and the room behind the other side. So we're only going to have one box for all electricals on one side, whilst on the other side it's also the same. One room takes up for the 2 rooms that are also on the other side. So we have done the electrical work. The only other thing is that we had a shortage. There was a shortage of bricks. So we are waiting for more bricks so that we can put in the door frames. And after we've put in the door frames for the toilets, because the toilets is what is now left. The toilets, the lighting, we have already finished all the tubing up here, but we're not going to put in any second fix for wiring until we are sure that now this place is lockable. Because if we put in the cables right now and this place is not lockable, we are going to have problems with theft. So we do not want anything to be stolen whilst there is a lot of construction. And as I say, we're not sure when we're going to finish off this building time. So it's taking time. We're not sure when we're going to finish it. So by us not knowing what time we're going to take, it means that we also need to be in a position of making sure that the things that we have put in here are not stolen. So things like these, we know very well, will not be taken by anyone. But at the same time, we're hoping that the person quickly gets enough money so that we can put the doors. The door frames are here, but not where they're not here at this place. We are keeping them somewhere else. And after that, we'll get the door frames. Once we get the door frames in and the windows in, then also we need to finish off the brickwork. There's to finish off the brickwork until we get to the ceiling. That's another thing that needs. So there are bricks that are needed. And he actually, now where we are, we do not get these bricks, and the amount of bricks that are needed are almost like about 500. So those bricks, we're trying to find them locally. If we can't find them locally, he will make a plan of how we are going to find those bricks and how we're going to continuously continue with the brickwork. But at the present moment, this is where we are on this project. Mainly the roof is now in, the electrician work is now in. Next person who will be coming in will be the plumber to put in for the toilet seat and for the shower. That's the next 2 areas that will be worked on. And I think those are the major things that we'll be doing it. So as you can see, there is now doing completing some of this is the other side, so I've actually got him here whilst he's doing the other side. So we are in the process of now just doing the electrical work. So it's just this is the first fix of mainly putting all the boxes, the round boxes, and the major things for us to get ready for cabling. So what would then next is once the plastering goes through, we will then move on into what we need to then do. So this is where we are. This is the other side, and at the present moment, as you can see, the work that has been done here is all being done, and we're just making sure that it's done correctly. And once we're finished doing all these things, we will then move on to the next stage. This is how it looks like from the outside, from the side elevation, whereby what we are doing. So the major questions I'm always asked about this is that how much is it? The price will always vary depending on one, your location, two, where we source the material, and three, what the labor costs are in that area. Not everywhere the labor costs are the same. There's certain areas where labor is very, very expensive, and there are some areas where labor is very cheap. But at the present moment, all these things that we're doing, it is where we are getting the materials. Most of the materials, the bricks actually came from Harare. That we cannot run away from. Most of the building materials that we're looking at here, there was a truck that needed to go pick these things in Harare. Also the timber and the IBR sheets, we had to get those from Harare. Labor is the one that we got here locally because there is someone who we know, but we can't also say that the labor is local. The person I do work with actually makes sure that there are few people he brings in from Harare, and then the others who will try to look for them here, so that it reduces on but the electrician is also part of someone who we use all the time, but the person also has to come in from Harare. They spend a day, 2. Right now he spent 3 days doing this for all the 4 rooms so far that we want to complete, and then from here he will then go again, and then he'll come back when we need to do the other second fix of the cabling. He will then come back for a day, do the cabling, and then we move on from there. But as I say, this is a process whereby we are working with the pace of the client. It is not that we are forcing the client to move fast, or we're telling him that they need to move at an extreme pace. When they have money, hey, I've got some money, we do a few things. After we've done a few things, we leave. We come back whenever they tell us they have money. So some of the projects that we do, if they're in a position whereby we can go back and forth, we really don't have a problem in doing it. But this is where we are. This is the fix that we are on doing this currently, where we are doing. And I think hopefully if the client or the person has enough money to continuously continue, we will continue. But we work with the person's wallet and at their speed, and trying to do as much as we can to achieve this. Well, for this video, until next time, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, and until next time, have a good day.